But one should be very careful about making takfir. And people have made takfir of me, and I just, subhanAllah. I mean, I know I'm a Muslim. Like, seriously. And although he's a perennialist, I'm not a perennialist. I've never anywhere, nobody can find anywhere where I've ever said I'm a perennialist. أشققت عن قلبه. I appreciate some of the extraordinary work that people from that group of people have done, because they have done some extraordinary work. So I'm not one to just dismiss good work that's done, but I'm not a perennialist. My belief is that Islam is the final revelation, and it abrogated preceding revelations. That's my belief. And I've always held that belief since I became Muslim. So people say things all the time, and we'll meet on Yawm al-Qiyamah, and good luck. Good luck. We'll meet on Yawm al-Qiyamah, and there's a qantara. There's a place where Muslims are going to have to deal with the things that they did. Because people aren't going to get into Jannah. If you've wronged Muslims, I mean, even the goat has its day. The goat with the broken horn will have his day on the day of judgment for being butted by goats that had two horns. The one with the broken horns. He'll have his day. Every goat has his day. So I just think it's really important for Muslims to just be very careful. ولا يكون آمنا أو زاجرا إلا ذي في العلم قد تمهر أو قد تبحر وعلم الخلاف والإجماع واتسع اطلاع واتساع. One of the Mauritanians, he said, you can't do Amr bil Ma'ruf and Nahy an Munkar until you get deep knowledge, because there's so much khilaf in our community. There's a lot of difference of opinion. So you could see something and think it's a munkar, but it's not a munkar. They're following a valid opinion. And they said about Imam al-Ma'ziri that his knowledge was so vast that he rarely condemned anybody, because he would say, oh, maybe he's on the opinion of so-and-so. And it's very interesting. But there's so many people that just, have tongue will travel. These people that want to go and make takfir of people. And just, first of all, we're in the West. I think people should just leave people alone. Just do what you're doing. You can say, this is not an Islamic belief. We don't believe this. If somebody says something, you can say, this is not an Islamic belief, and make that clear. But I think people should be very careful with their deen. Don't throw your deen away for some YouTube likes. One of the things Imam al-Ghazali says is that the ulama as-su, and he's talking about ulama, he's not even talking about, young boys on the internet trying to get hits, clickbait. He's not talking about those. He's talking about the ulama as-su. These were actual scholars, but they were bad scholars. And he said their hallmark is that they know that the best way to get followers is to condemn and criticize others. That's in the you can look it up. It's in the introduction to the Kitab al-Ilm that I did. It's the whole passage that he says. It's a really important point. So he says they know. And that's why if you look, a lot of these people on YouTube, they'll have on their regular, they'll have like 200 views, 1,000 views. But then when they attack somebody who's famous, they call it punching up. Suddenly it's got 10,000 views or 15,000 views. So they know this is a quick way to get people to go to your channel, because fitna's great. Everybody loves fitna, right? Everybody loves fitna. You see Muslims never doing anything, but then when the fitna comes, oh, they're so active. It's like, because shaitan's prodding them. That's all it is. He's got his prodder out, and he's exciting them. So that's my advice, is just, I don't know that person. I've never spoken to them. I don't know what their beliefs are. I don't know, and I have no reason to doubt somebody's Islam. And then if somebody does say something, like, we're very clear on that. Homosexuality in our tradition is very clearly considered a sin. It's a sin. But is it a sin for people outside of the faith? That's the debate. There is a difference of opinion. So what did somebody intend? I don't know. But just to jump at takfir, I think people should be very careful. Anyway, that's just some advice, you know, take it or leave it. But good luck on the Day of Judgment. That's all I can say, is that people, the Prophet ﷺ said, a man will speak a word and not give any consideration to it, and it will drag him in the hellfire. That word, لا يلقي لها بالا. He just won't give it, he'll just say it. It's like it's no big deal. No, you should be very, very wary about what you say.